What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is the only sports podcast. That's right, the only sports podcast. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. How we doing today, Casino?
Doing pretty good. Slept wrong, back's a mess. Besides that, great.
Yeah, I
You know
had
that you know
to.
those times like where all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, "Oh, that was a good sleep," and you try to move and you're like, nope,
Yeah.
no, nope." That's what happened. And then you had to roll the other way, and like, oh, that's what happened. I thought I was good. I woke up, reached, grabbed my phone. I was like, "Oh, okay, we're 6:30, whatever it was." I was like, "This is great." Try to move, nope. Besides that, I'm good.
It does suck getting older. I have a 4-year-old and my wife at the moment is out of town on a business trip. So it's literally just been me and the kids for the past couple days and it will be for the next like week. And I have just woken up, I don't know, 1,000 times the past 2 days because our 4-year-old still sleeps in the bed with us. So I just wake up to a foot right here to his head butting into
You got
my
to get that
head
figured out.
to
Oof.
him elbow dropping me. It's just this kid literally how he likes to sleep in the bed is he likes to go right where the pillows are and just sleep across all the pillows. So he just sleeps across everybody's head and oh, it is awful. So yeah, I also slept just awful. Awful
Do you wanna
casino.
know who else slept awful? Mariners fans.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Game 7. I'll tell you what, as far as game 7 goes, we didn't the outcome we wanted was not the outcome we got, but that was a good game 7. The
Yeah.
atmosphere, the game was pretty much in either team's hands until what? Probably bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, it was
That's
bottom of the 7th, and yeah, as soon as that happened, I texted you, I'm like, "That was it," and you're like, "Oh, they still got time." I'm like, "They have 6 outs. That's not gonna happen."
yeah.
So,
And then they didn't get a I
Spring
don't think they got a hit after that.
no.
It was strikeout, 6
Yeah,
strikeouts in a
so
row. That's it.
Springer comes in. I mean, they were gonna probably get a run off this anyway because there was only the one I think there was only 1 out, and there was a guy on first and thirds, like, there was a good point that they were gonna get get a run or 2. At worst, just tie it. And then Springer does what he does. He's fourth most in MLB history postseason for home runs and just smokes it. Just smokes it. 3-run homer. I I'm sad for my coworker who's a Mariners fan. I have a lot of friends. I hung out with a Mariners fan. I have some friends in town, and he happens to be a Mariners fan. He was bummed. He didn't give 2 shits about the Seahawks game going on. He's like, "No, don't care about the Seahawks. I'm just sad." I was like, "Fair enough." He had his jersey on and everything. Um, what I hate is the format for Major League Baseball 7-game series. This 2-3-2 situation is kind of bullshit. And I say that because you earned home field advantage, right? Right?
Yeah.
You should You should be able to have I I don't know. I hate it. We're good. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I get what you're saying.
thank
Yeah.
you.
It's what is it? The Again, just looking at the game itself, we know whoever won on the AL side is just going to lose to the Dodgers on the NL side. So I will say for the Mariners fans who are like, we've never been to a World Series, would it be better if this is the World Series you got to and then you just got smoked in 4 games by the Dodgers? Like that would be a kind
I
of
mean,
weird
yeah,
way to be
the
like, oh yeah, we finally made it to a World Series. We're playing just one just go, yeah,
I'm back.
it sucks we didn't get there because obviously we're the only team in Major League Baseball history to not get to the World Series. Oh no, our internet's bad.
Yeah, it's happening again. But as we're saying, I mean, Blue Jays, they earned their home field advantage. They earned to play game 7. at home. But for the away team, the team that only has 3 at home, I it sucks that you have to play 3 in a row. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, well, it benefits." Like if you win 1 on the road, like which the Mariners did, they won 2 in the row, so they should have been able to close it out. They should have been able to win 2 of 3 at home. They didn't. But every other sport does it 2-2, 1-1-1. I think that's fair. How it helps adjust, right? It I don't know. That's
But see, but in this series, it wouldn't have even made a difference because the what is it? The Mariners won the first 2 games in away at the Blue Jays.
no, I
So
know,
they
but
won
I
home
I
field
just
advantage, like
I
the
understand.
advantage of it.
I
But
get
I get
that, and
what you're
they
saying.
should have won 2 more of the next 3 at home, but if you don't win the World Series in 5, or if you don't win your series in 5, you're fucked. You're
Yeah.
fucked. There's no way. Yes, they won the first 2 on the road, but going in and clinching games, their backs are against the wall. This Blue Jays team, they're gonna hit their way out of it. They did. Sorry, I'm just sad. I'm just sad,
I
man.
know.
Fuck.
And it is affecting your sadness because most Canadian sports teams are actually pretty good. Like, I mean, Raptors won the NBA finals a couple years ago. Toronto's now
That was
going to the
more than
World
a couple
Series.
years ago, bud.
No, it wasn't. That was like what? That, I mean, it was less than a decade ago. Well,
Okay, that's not a couple.
yeah, but it's not like Kawhi Leonard's still playing and he also gardens on the side apparently. But let's jump into what we are here to talk today about.
2019. That was 6 years ago, bud.
Yeah, again, within the decade, that's still pretty recent. 6 years ago, what? I was 29 instead of 35.
Yeah, I didn't
Like
have
I'm
either one of my children yet.
without further
I
ado,
do.
Casino, let's get into it today because we are talking the good, the mid, and the
Womp,
ugly
womp,
week
womp.
8. I know I forgot to put the
I got you.
song into it, but Casino nailed it. So
Yeah, of course.
this week the NFL, right after I what is it, gave them props for how they scheduled everything last week. This week we only have 3 afternoon games and all of them might be bad cuz I mean Cowboys Denver could go sideways real quick. Other than that, we have 2 games we're going to be starting off as ugly because we go ugly and work our way up to good. The first of the ugly games might be the ugliest. It is the 1-6 Tennessee Titans at 6-1 Indianapolis Colts. Both you and I think this is the most obvious blowout of the week of all blowout of the week
That's
you
my
got.
call. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Uh
this is gonna be rough. The Titans, they need to get it figured out. Cam, we tried to support Cam Ward all the way through this season so far. I can't anymore. When
yeah.
you literally fumble a football, first round pick, fumble a football out of your hand when you're trying to throw a football and nobody hits you and it just falls out. No rain, no nothing. Ooh, not good, buddy. But yeah, this Colts team, this is my pick, and I think yours as well for the best team in the league right now. They're firing on all cylinders. Daniel Jones just looks great. Indiana Jones, greatest nickname ever. I'll tell you right now, if they make the Super Bowl, his outfit walking in should just be Indiana Jones, whip and all.
I mean, I'd love it. My dog
I mean, I
actually
wonder if we'll
just
get that for Halloween. I mean, you got this
should.
weekend coming up. That would be really funny. That'd be really funny. But yeah, he needs to dress up as Indiana Jones at some point. And if it's not this weekend for Halloween, it has to
It's a
be.
giant missed opportunity. That's what
Oh
it
yeah.
would be. But also, what is it? This is for week 8, going into week 8. For I forgot to tell our picks, Casino. You won last week 9. I lost by 1, which means at the midway point of the season, which would be going into week 9, we are tied at 66 apiece. So this week is what separates the men from the boys. We're tied. We both have the Colts as blowout of the week. let's talk about the next ugly game, and that is the game I
Yeah,
almost
take
put
your
in a
pick.
mid. I almost put in a mid, but I could not. The 5-2 Buccaneers at the 1-6 New Orleans Saints. Who you got in this one?
See, yeah, I could have almost put this into a mid as well. There's reasons why. Bucks coming off their loss, they might be a little shaken going into enemy territory in division, going against the Saints who have been scrappy all year. Still going with the Bucks. I'm still going with Baker Mayfield. He's had one bad game this season, and that cost him a loss, right? They got him a loss. The first loss, though, he still played great. He was one touchdown away from being able to win it. So, yeah, I think the Bucks got it. Saints, just stay scrappy, get some pieces next year, and this could totally look different.
Yeah, I think that Lions game was by far the worst game he's played all year. He was sacked 4 times in it. His quarterback rating in that game was a 66. All his other
Pick up
games,
sticks.
yeah, all his
Sorry.
other games, the lowest was an 84, and that was that Eagles game. So I do think when it comes to the Bucks, we do have to look at what the worst games he's played have been against the Eagles, have been against the Lions. That Seahawks game he played great in, but again, that deflected interception off the helmet, they potentially lose that game too. So this Bucks team playing their best games against kind of the bottom rung of this league, and then their
So,
worst games
kind of
against
what
the
are
best
they? Are they
teams.
the Packers of last year? Remember where Packers were annihilating teams, but they didn't have a single win against a playoff team.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But then also they have the built-in excuse where they just everybody's injured. Mike Evans, historic streak comes to an end where he's just going to be out for the season, so he can't get 1,000 yards per season.
Dude, when he
Somebody
landed, that was so bad.
Yeah, somebody explained or some I saw a comment that I think perfectly summed up Mike Evans, which is just he's one of the most consistent players at his position in the league that has never been talked about as one of the greats. He's the Frank Gore of wide receivers, right? Which
Dude,
is
Frank Gore,
Frank
yeah.
Gore. Didn't Frank Gore retire as like the 4th leading rusher in NFL history,
Well,
and
that's
yet
also because he played for what is it, like 30 years, something like that?
Yeah, but again, Mike Evans definitely is a blow because again, he's so consistent and he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. He's just never been the best wide receiver in the league. So this game
Oh man, I
though,
haven't
I
thought
do
about Frank Gore in a while. That's yeah, dude. He played for
for
forever. Just thinking
what
about
what do you think his career stats were? If you just had to guess what he
who? Mike
ended
Evans or Gore?
with Gore, what do you think he ended in terms of yards?
Oh, dude, I can you give me the seasons at least? How many seasons?
He played from 2005 till 2020. So he played 16 years.
um, let's go 23-30.
Oh my God, you're way off.
I
He
don't know.
finished with 16,000 yards rushing on the dot. On the dot,
Okay, well, see, I
16,000 yards.
expected to be a little bit more. I thought maybe he would have had like 3 1,500-yard seasons, right?
No,
Like
no,
the
16,000 casino. I
oh,
think yeah, I think what is it? You're forgetting Emmett Smith is the NFL history leader in rushing with
yeah,
18,355
yeah.
yards.
I just took a stab in the dark. See, I don't follow the stats
I'm
like
a
that,
stat
so
guy.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Walter Payton
But
is
still,
second.
15 no, he had 16 seasons. So 16 full
That's
seasons
what I
in the
said.
NFL.
Yeah, 16 seasons, 16,000 yards. But Walter Payton is second with 16,726. Frank Gore is third with 16,000. So in the history of the NFL, Frank Gore is third on that list, ahead of guys like Barry Sanders, LaDainian Tomlinson, Eric Dickerson. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But he had only one season where he rushed for over 1,500 yards. Only one. That was in 2006, his sophomore season. Never rushed for more than 1,200 in a
See,
season
that's
after that.
not good though.
Well, no. And then he had one, two, three, four, five, six. He had 7 seasons where he didn't rush for over 1,000 yards. That's crazy. Again, great not the third greatest running back of all time. And that's again
Yeah,
how I feel about
that's what
Mike
is
Evans.
confusing. Like that, you should have had more, in my opinion.
Yeah, and most of those he played full seasons. There was only 2 of those seasons where he missed time. So, again, I don't understand his career, but he'll still probably get in the Hall of Fame just by numbers
Oh,
alone.
definitely, he has
Uh,
to.
all right, let's get back on track to the ugly, and
Like our show, I mean,
I mean, it did start pretty ugly. Not that people listening or watching will know what happened,
what
Casino,
talking
but
about?
yeah. But let's move to, you know what? Let's move to your team, which is 2-5 Browns at 5-2 Patriots. This should be a blowout by all accounts. But again,
See, I don't
Browns
know why you
defense is
think.
good.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. Yes, the running game got better for New England last week, but this is still not a great run team. They haven't figured it out, not yet. I think they will. I think that O line will get better, and that will help out the run game. Ooh, but yeah, this Browns defense, they've shown that they can stop good offenses, right?
Yep.
So I am a little worried about that. They should get the win. Patriots should get the win on this. Drake May's completion rating is just insane. He's playing at a high tier, high quality level, making smart plays, not getting rid of the football in dumb moments. He's being smart, right? He's playing very smart situational football, and that that alone is why I think the Patriots will move on. Because outside of that, um, yes, the Patriots are getting better, but if it wasn't for Drake May having an insane season right now with his completion rating, being smart and not turning the ball over, this season could be very different.
Yeah, I do think Gabriel, again, last week's game wasn't the best, but still on the season in what I believe he's played 3 games. He has 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, almost a 60% completion percentage. So he's doing good, not great. But for a rookie, I think that's pretty great. Like, that's great for a rookie, those numbers in the limited time he's played. Judkins is great. Almost 500 yards on 100 attempts with 5 rushing touchdowns. That's
Hmm.
insane. But again, the story of this game will be the defense because Browns are still the number 1 total defense in the league. Patriots are top 11, so they're the 11th in total defense in the league.
They've gotten better.
Browns, yeah, Browns 4th in the league against the run and 3rd in the league
Yeah,
against the
so
pass.
that's what I'm saying. The Patriots, they will not be able to move the ball at all. It's going to come down to Drake May having to be special in the air.
And which he has proven to be all season because
Yes.
on the season, he has 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 116.4 passer rating. That's crazy. On the season, with almost a 76% completion percentage. So Drake May, again, I think you said it on the TikTok, the most efficient passing offense in the league is the Patriots right now,
Stupid.
which is stunning, especially again for like it's not like they have a McVay or some offensive genius at head
No.
coach. It's like they have Mike Vrabel, who's a
And
defensive guy.
Mike McDaniels, everybody's giving him praise and doing what he's doing with both Drake May. I don't. I've never liked Vrabel, or I
Er,
love
er,
Vrabel. Never liked McDaniels.
yeah.
Josh McDaniels. That's why you always saw Brady yelling at him on the sideline. Always. It's just, and there's just the dumbest plays. All the audibles. You just see constantly Brady out there, alert, alert, changing the play because it's like, oh, dumb play. Let me change it. Oh, guess what? I win Super Bowls.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So
And I honestly, I
I
think
think
that
this is
kind
Drake.
of
I think this is Drake May. I don't think this is McDaniels.
well, I was gonna say, I feel like that gives more credit to Drake May, where it's just like he's doing this despite McDaniels being the offensive coach.
Yeah.
So
That's my opinion on that. Yes.
no, I agree. I've never liked McDaniels.
No.
I've never liked him.
He failed as a
Uh
head coach twice, bitch.
let's move on. Let's keep it ugly, Casino, because that's what we the dumpy ones on this show do.
We dumpy whites.
Just for how we've seen both these teams play this season, it's got to be 1-6 Miami at 3-3 Falcons because again, the Falcons they just play some weird games.
Yeah.
They
Could
just
you
play
see them
some
losing this game? Yes.
100%. 100% you can see
Are
them
they
losing
going to
this
lose
game.
this game? No, because the Dolphins are just bad. That organization just can't figure it out. They've hit an all-time low.
Yes.
I think they're
And
at an all-time low. Even when they were bad before, I mean, they haven't won a playoff game in how many years? Like, well, you were saying like
20
25,
years.
yeah, 20
20
years.
or no, it's been since the year 2000.
Yeah, so
So it's going
25
on
years.
26 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad, but and obviously during all that time, that's really when I got into football back when I was 10, and I really understood the Dolphins have never been good. They've had decent seasons, right? Decent seasons. They gave Patriots some issues, but man, this is an all-time low for what I can recall the Dolphins history.
Yeah. And speaking of all-time low, Tua
Good
Tagovailoa,
band.
yeah, uh, 11 touchdowns on the season, 10 interceptions. 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, still somehow a 68% completion percentage. So he's completing passes at an alarming rate, not only to his own team, but to the team that whatever week he's playing.
Are we gonna get
It's
another Jameis Winston 30 for 30?
honestly, it might be
Why
like
haven't
it's going
have
that
they
way.
ever did that ever turn into a 30 for 30? Because if not like that, you're missing a moment there.
That is true. That
Like that would
who would not watch a documentary on that?
yeah.
Who wouldn't? That's
This is
one of the
the new
craziest
ESPN
passing
30 for
seasons of
30.
all time.
It's called 30 for 30.
And again, Jameis Winston is entertaining, and I still don't know how on the Giants he's not better than Russell Wilson. I don't like how is he not the backup?
I don't know,
But
but the Jackson Dart, they found somebody special there. I think Jackson's good.
well, yeah, I said backup. He shouldn't be starting, but he definitely should be ahead of Russell Wilson on the depth chart. Penix, on the other hand, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Outside of that week one, I don't think I've seen one game where I've been
He
impressed by.
wowed he pulled an Odell Beckham Jr., right? He with
Yeah.
that one, like, diving play into the end zone, that was it, right?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
gonna
the
be his
play.
on his highlight reel for real forever and nothing else so far. Like literally nothing. And speaking of how weird this Falcons team did, their last 4 games blown out in a shutout, 0-30 against the Panthers. Then they won the next week by a touchdown against the Commanders. They had a bye week. They won by 10 against the Bills and then lost by 10 against the 49ers. So in the last 4 games, they have a 10-point win, a touchdown win, a 30-point loss, and a 10-point loss. What do you make of like what is this Falcons team? What are
I
they?
see, I don't know, man, and of course, the one week they go absolutely off is when I played literally, I was up by so much, they had an 11% chance to beat me in fantasy. They had Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and Penix,
And they all went off.
and they all went off. I've lost 3 straight games in my league this week in the last 3 weeks. 3 straight weeks in a row I have lost. I've put up either the 2nd or 3rd most points in the league that
Dude,
week.
those are the worst. Those are the most
I am getting
frustrating.
so frustrated right now. It's oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. And then this week I had Gibbs, right? So he goes off. Um, she had Bo Nix, and he went off and almost had put up 40 points, right? And I was like, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Bo Nix," and it's my coworker's wife, and she came in that night. And then the next day, or when football Sunday, Gibbs goes off, and then she just texts me, and she was like, "Fuck Gibbs." And then lo and behold, what happens? She has another player go off. I don't remember who it was on Monday night, and I lose that one too. And I'm just like, this has got to stop. This has got to stop.
I
I'm
again,
so
this is
done.
one of the reasons why fantasy football is so frustrating, and Casino and I obviously both play. The league I'm in and have been for 5 years, right? Where I finished like second place like 3 years in a row. Last year I had my worst season ever. This year, I am putting up historic numbers. Okay. I am 6-1 in the league, and my team has almost scored 1,000 points already. Okay. Over the season, I'm literally destroying people. Okay. Last week, I won. Last week, let's see, I won by 35 points. The week before that, I won by oh god, I won by 70 points. The week before that, I won by 45 points. Like I'm destroying people. And yet, still somehow I am second in the league because there's one guy who's undefeated and destroying teams more than I am. So I'm putting up historic numbers. He literally won last week by 110 points.
How?
110 points. I don't know how. So while you're saying you're losing games because people are putting up the highest numbers, I'm second in the league and clearly the second best team behind a guy who is like, I'm destroying people.
Beating teams by
He's
like
he's beating
one.
teams by double. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand. Again, it's and then you look at his team and you're like, yeah, he's got good players. Like, we both have good players, but I just don't understand how it's happening. It's
Yeah,
just
so
like,
my buddy Corey that you've met multiple times, he sent me this. He was playing his lady and he won 186 and a half to 101. He
yeah.
goes, "Should I feel bad for beating her this bad?" I'm like, so Justin Herbert, 28 points. McCaffrey, 39 points. Swift, 20 points. Brown, Amon Ross, St. Brown, 20 points. Devontae Adams, 26 points. Prescott, 23 points. Seahawks defense, who put up 11. Like, dude, so dumb.
Yeah. And then he was again last week, he was playing not the worst team in the league, like a guy who's like kind of middle of the road. That guy's team put up 79 points. Only guy who didn't score any points was McCaffrey, right? Because he got knocked out pretty early in that game. The other guy scored 184 points. The other guy scored 79. So he scored more than 100 points on this guy, who's again, whole team started, whole team played, just only put up less than 80 points. It's mind-boggling.
We need to
Mind-boggling.
move on. We've got way off track.
I know. But this is why people love it. Love it. Especially our fantasy segments. We always just try to make a separate segment and then just end up talking about it randomly. The game we were supposed to be talking about was Falcons Dolphins. So both of us are picking Falcons on that one. And yeah, I just think, but again, this is a game the Falcons could easily lose, and don't be shocked because the
They've
Falcons
been
are
hot and
hot and
cold.
cold every week. Yeah. So, but and for the Falcons, or for the Dolphins, they'll probably be close until the fourth quarter, and then Tua will just throw the worst interception you've ever seen. That'll seal the game for the Falcons. My pick, Casino.
Dude, Tua's throwing such bad picks this year.
And
Ugh.
just, dude, that one last week where he threw it in the red zone, like where it made it the other team in the red zone, that's one of the worst throws you're ever going to see. That was
It didn't
awful,
even look like
awful.
he tried, actually.
No, it literally
That
there was
was
like
the
four Browns around
he was
there.
just like, "I'm just gonna throw the ball." Like,
Ugh.
Sure,
I'm glad.
sure.
I'm kind of glad that Tua will most likely be benched, so that greatly reduces the risk of him getting another concussion.
And dying and
Yeah,
legitimately dying.
exactly.
I mean,
Was
that's
just sitting on the bench.
we talked about
Uh,
that before the beginning of the season. We're just like, "No." When he said, "No, I'm not gonna retire," like, you heard collectively. It was like that the whole thing with Star Wars where it's like the Force, everybody felt, Order 66. Like, that's how it is when everybody they didn't have to watch it. They just Tua was like, "I'm not gonna retire." Everybody's like, "Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no."
maybe the Dolphins and the NFL came together and was like, well, if he's not gonna retire, let's just force him to retire by just drawing up schemes where he's throwing 11 interceptions in a season by week 8. Okay, our last ugly game, Casino, is, let's talk about
Bengals,
the
Jets.
0-7 Jets at the 3-4 Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, again, Joe Flacco, we didn't talk about that Thursday night game last week, but
So good.
that was one of the
Dude,
best Flacco games you're ever going to see.
I
He
mean,
was
it's been a long
phenomenal in
time
that
since
game.
he's played like that, dude. It may have been since the Raven days, but he looked good.
That was a great game.
The smile he had on in his post-game interview was one of the sweetest freaking things I've ever seen, dude. He couldn't
Yeah.
stop. Like, he's trying to talk to the talk with the headset on and everything. He's just like, "Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, we were doing great. It was great. I'm so happy."
Also, on the season, 65% completion percentage, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. is the Flacco where he had that miracle season, like what, 2, 3 seasons ago? Is that Flacco back?
See, I don't know, possibly. I don't think it's ever gone. I just think he's old, and everybody was like, there's a better player.
Well, yeah, everybody was like, the Browns were like, we have 2 young
Yeah,
guys. We
he
want to
had
see
like
if they
what a
can
couple
play.
bad games, and they just chalked it up to him. They're like, oh, he's bad. I mean, maybe it was more than 2 games, but regardless, Joe Flacco, he's good. He was just like the Kirk Cousins, where it's just very reliable,
Yeah.
old time reliable. I like Flacco, and I think that's all we need to talk about. Jets, they're bad.
Well, yeah, and in that game, he had 109 passer rating, 3 touchdowns, 66% completion percentage. He threw the ball 47 times that game. 47 times. So on a mini buy, because obviously this was Thursday, so he got like the extra rest. Again, for Flacco, that like will it benefit another player more than him this week where he got that extra rest and he's playing against a Jets team that again, we forgot got rid of Flacco so they could put this squad on the field.
Oops, excuse me.
And this squad is now 0-7. The Bengals after this week could potentially be 4-4, where again,
I
their
stand by
defense,
what we said at the beginning of the season. Dumpster fire. I don't care what's happening.
yeah, well, their defense is 31st in the league, but again, their offense, though, who knew the offensive game plan would be, hey, just throw it to Jamar Chase every single pass play. And who knew that
Dude,
would
that
work?
one that he caught, was it during that game? Yeah, it was the Flacco game where he caught that just insane catch, right? Where he was like the touchdown.
No,
Where he
no,
had like
that was I think that was Higgins. The one
that
where
was
he caught it on the
oh, it was
sidelines.
Higgins. It was
Yeah.
Higgins. Yeah.
Dude, but yeah, again, if you're look at how well it's working out for the Cowboys. Like just throw the ball to your best wide receivers and play horrible defense and just outscore everybody. Like it apparently it
Done,
wins
done,
you
and
games.
done. Right?
Yeah. Now we move to the mid games casino. And I think as
Mid.
far as mid goes, we have to start with the Thursday night game. Minnesota Vikings 3-3 at 4-3 Los Angeles Chargers. Now, if you're listening to this, I don't know when you are. We're recording this Wednesday like afternoon at 2 p.m. So I don't know right now if it'll be JJ McCarthy or if it'll be Carson Wentz. So does it change who you pick in this game based on who's going to play quarterback? Because for
Um,
me, it doesn't.
yeah, I was gonna say no, it does not. You need to go back with JJ McCarthy. You kind of just have to, right? He is your quarterback. He's the one that you have tried to, you didn't bench him. You had him sitting so he can learn and you can get him focused on just like what happened with Rodgers and, Love and all that, what Green Bay does with their quarterbacks. They did that. Now you have to let him at least have a season, at least a season before you move off of him. Like you have to give him a legitimate shot to figure things out. You just have to.
He gets knocked out with an injury, and then apparently he could have started last week's game, but they just kept him out and he was in uniform. I don't know if maybe he was emergency quarterback for that game. But again, when we did our TikTok where we talked about the Vikings, we said, oh, Carson Wentz plays like Carson Wentz plays like there he's going to lose you some games where because he tries to lose games. And Vikings fans in the comments were like, what are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? How did he try to lose that game? The next game he plays, he throws two of the worst interceptions you're ever going to see, which is he has time in the pocket and then he just throws a moon ball to like a guy not open at all in double coverage and it's a pick. When you play Carson Wentz, that's why he got cut from the Eagles after what have or traded away, I should say,
Traded.
after having an MVP season because that's the Carson Wentz that he is now. Just like the gunslinger guy who does a lot more. He's Brett Favre. He's Patrick Mahomes without the good qualities of Patrick Mahomes or Brett Favre. Like he's way too much gunslinger, not enough of what he was that one season in Philadelphia where everything he did worked. Right? Just after that injury. And again, I will always love Carson Wentz for what he did for my team to get their first Super Bowl. But
Boo.
as of this moment, like you know what Carson Wentz is, which is this. So with JJ McCarthy, you don't know what he is. So why not put him on the field again? If you're the Vikings, you're not right now currently a Super Bowl contending team. So putting out Wentz or putting out McCarthy, it's not like it drops you from an A plus to a D minus. It drops you from a B to a B minus. Like it's not like this huge drop off. At least with JJ McCarthy, you don't know what he is and you can try to figure it out. With Wentz, you know what he is. He's going to lose you more games than he's going to win them. So why, like again, short week, you're confusing the Chargers to being like who's going to start, who's not. Just put him in there. He should be good to go because apparently he could have played last week if they really push for it. So as far as the Chargers go, again, you're the clearly better team. I don't know coaching wise. I would say O'Connell on the Vikings is a damn good coach, but defensive wise, quarterback wise, everything wise, the Chargers are a better team. They're just the Chargers, so they lose stupid games. Chargers
Yeah,
should
and they
win
wear
this.
stupid jerseys.
Yeah, please do not wear. I don't think they're
Don't do it
wearing
again.
the.
Don't do it again.
That was awful. But so that was a long-winded way to say I'm picking the Chargers, and I assume you are as well.
All day.
So far we don't have a different pick, Casino. We're tied. How are we gonna? And we have the same blowouts. So, uh,
We have the
next up,
worst and blowout game.
yeah, worst game. Oh yeah, worst game we said was gonna be
I
what?
also think it's Colts Titans. You said the same.
Oh yeah, we said that was worst and blowout.
Yeah.
So we still have best game and upset pick.
Changing it, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Uh Next up, let's go to a mid game only because Lamar Jackson could potentially return for this game.
Only
4 and
reason.
4-2 Bears at 1-5 Ravens. Let's talk about this game as if Lamar Jackson is playing because as of Wednesday, it looks by all accounts that he will be. So Lamar Jackson's going to come back. He's 10-1 on the season, missed the last couple games. Bears are on a win streak. They are scoring the 10th most points in the league. Who you got in this one?
I think regardless, I'm gonna go Bears. Their defense has been stepping back up. Like it reminds me of that interception heavy Bears defense last year. They're starting to get it going. And then just the offense is starting to click enough, right? I think Ben Johnson and Caleb are starting to figure out some schemes that work for their two different styles with the improv and the very structured. So I am still going to go with the Bears in this one. They're on they're on a heater, right? They're on a heater. They're on a win streak here. I'm going to stick to the Bears. I can't see. Sorry. I didn't hear you. My computer like did a little light thing, and I thought, oh, we broke up again.
No, no.
But yeah, no, I don't even care if Lamar comes back because he didn't look good with them, right? So, I mean, he
Well,
looked fine. That team didn't.
he's having a good, yeah, he's having a good season. The team is just with him or without him. They're still, as of right now, the 30, I believe it's 31st defense, right? Because the Cowboys are worse still. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Cowboys are the worst defense. Bengals are second worst. Ravens are third worst. And again, 20 yards separates the 32nd from the 30th. So those are by far the three worst defenses in the league. With the Ravens, not much has changed on the defensive side of the football, even though they looked the best they have last season or last game. So the best they've looked was last game. Lamar's coming back for this game, but if you're the Bears, if you're Caleb Williams, you're on a 3-game win streak. You're Ben Johnson, or I'm sorry, you're on a 4-game win
yeah.
streak.
The Ravens are 6.5 in this game.
They're favored 6.5.
Ravens are favored 6.5 because of Lamar Jackson.
Well, and it also is in Baltimore, but
Don't care
well, then I guess this is our upset pick of the week, right?
by
Because I'm
far.
going Bears, you're going Bears.
I'm going
We're
Bears.
both going Bears on this one. Again, I think with Lamar Jackson coming back, again, they're going to be there's so many teams this year. The Bengals, the Cowboys, the Ravens, where it's like you have to win every game in a shootout. And what we've seen from all three of these teams is sometimes your offense just has an off day or isn't clicking. And then if you're the Cowboys, you lose to the Panthers. If you're the Bengals, you lose to everybody.
By
If
the
you're
way,
the Go ahead.
no, I was saying I just pulled up the odds, right? You want to know what the Colts versus the Titans
Oh, what
is?
the number is?
Yeah,
11 and a half.
14.5.
Jesus. They are a 2 touchdown favor. And you know what? I would take that bet.
I would too.
Dude, there's no way that game
This is
ends
gonna
like
be bad, dude.
21-14. Like, oh Lord. Also, I have I think you've met him. My son's uncle, uh Tristan. Shout out
Yeah.
Tristan. He had a parlay last week with I think like 6 teams on it. He hit every single game on his parlay. The last team he needed to win the parlay and literally turn like $50 into like 6 grand or something like that was the Giants to just win outright. And for 3.5 quarters,
Oh,
he was like, I got it. I nailed it. I nailed it. We're messaging the whole time, just being like, dude, you got it. And then that fourth quarter starts.
dude,
And
that's gut wrenching.
that is what a way to lose a $6,000 bet. I mean, he didn't bet 6 grand, but he could have won 6 grand on
Well,
$50.
yeah,
Oh,
I told you about my coworker who had an 8-teamer, and he had I think I told you this story, right?
yeah.
He had an 8-teamer going with the college football, and he had the money line for like 4 of them. So that's it's tougher to hit, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, dude. All he needed was I think it was Georgia to win, and it was a close game. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I put down $100." And I was like, "Okay, well, what would have been if you hit this 8-teamer?" And he was like, "I don't know, like 16 grand." I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
"Oh,"
Oh my God.
and you lost out by like a touchdown, dude.
Ugh.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't
No,
have been
this is
able to
why
work. I
I
would not have
barely
been able to
bet.
work the
I
rest of the
can't do it.
night. I
No.
wouldn't just been like, "No, I quit." I mean, I
Dude,
couldn't
one
quit.
time I literally won like a bet where it was like $20 to win like 250 and I hit it and cashed it out. And another time I was playing a machine and I put in $20 and I won 5 grand. And I was like, I've used up all my luck. There's no way in hell I'm putting back in 5 grand and then
Yeah.
$200 to
Was
like
that the
try to
was
chase
that
it.
the night the night that you hit that, was that within the week, or was it the same night that I hit a royal?
No, it was not the same night, but
But
it
it
was
was the
after
same.
that.
Yeah,
It
wasn't it? It was like
It
within the
was
same
very,
week
very
though.
recently or
Yeah.
within recent of each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we used up all our luck and we're
Di
just like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
cashing out.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm cashing out.
I'll put in $40 now, and I'm just like, it's gone. I already know it's gone.
But
I'm
see
not gonna
that
even
how
try.
I look at for that, that's why betting for me is so hard because I'm like, I just don't want to lose that money. At
Right.
least because obviously we both live in Vegas. So we can go to the bars and like do the little machines. At least when you do that, you're like, all right, well, I'm just paying for the drinks. Like
Yeah,
anything extra
100%.
is extra.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah, 100%. At least you're paying for your drinks, tip, like, well, I mean, not tip, you still tip, but yes, drinks.
yeah, you go in there with 45 bucks. You're like, all right, no matter what, this guy's getting tipped unless I hit. No matter what,
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
how
spend
I
40
typically
bucks on
play it, like,
drinks.
so say I put in like $40, right? I put in $40. As soon as I get to like 10, I'm
Yeah,
like, all
just
right, cash
cash
out,
out,
that's
keep
yours.
it.
I'm done.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm done.
That's same. Same. Uh all right.
Sorry, there had been a few times where I was like, no, my luck's gonna change, and then I didn't have any money to tip, and I was just like, can you just like charge me for like 50 cents? Sorry. And they're like,
Oh
what? And I'm
yeah, I've
like,
done that too.
I spent it all.
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
done that too. Sometimes you're like, I can feel it. I can feel it. And that's dangerous. I can't imagine being that guy where you're like, I can feel it. I can feel it. And like it's like $100,000 bet. Like I can't imagine being that guy. Never. But let's move on to the more mid games casino. I think this one is mid just because their defense is good. It could have easily been an ugly. That's 5-2 49ers at 2-4 Houston
Yeah,
Texans.
yeah, yeah. The Texans are favored by 1.5 here. This
I
is going to be
don't
one that I
understand it
would,
at all.
yeah. Well, I would stay away from this game regardless. The Texans, I don't know, they start to feel a little better, but that Niners team is just so banged up. Can they go 6-2? Yeah, I think they are, and I think they will. I'm picking the Niners over the Texans.
Yeah, I agree. Again, it's CJ Stroud. You look at his numbers, he's not that bad on the season. But then you watch the games, especially like you watch that Monday night game, and you're just like, something is up with CJ Stroud and this offense. Now, obviously, you can do the oh, what happened to what happened CJ Stroud post him trying to do like the big brother little Caleb Williams thing, which again, in the moment when it happened, it was weird because it's like, dude, what? He's like, what? Caleb Williams is what, 23? CJ Stroud is 25. It's like he was going into this CJ Stroud's third year. Caleb Williams, that was his rookie year. It's just like, why are you trying to do like the big brother again? In the moment, that was weird. In retrospect, it's even weirder because CJ Stroud, since his rookie season, hasn't really done anything in this league. This year, his team is 2-4, and he has 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season, 91 passer rating, sacked 15 times. Again, he's not bad on paper. Just when you watch the games, you're just like, he's not as electric as he was his rookie year and then for what, half of his sophomore year, but just I don't trust it. Again, Nick Chubb not really doing much. Their receivers are just god awful this season. Outside of Nico Collins, you have just a hodgepodge of just who again, Hutchinson, Higgins, Marks, Schultz, their tight end. It's just nothing's really clicking offensively. Defensively, this Texans defense is elite. They're top 4 in the league in total defense. Their defense does look amazing. Their defense almost single-handedly won them that game against the Seahawks if again their offense could do anything. That all being said, shout out to Kyle Shanahan, who I give a lot of shit to on this podcast, but I can't deny this team being 5-2 with the weapons and the roster they're putting on the field. I have no idea how they're doing it. Their games are, as Jim Ross of the WWE would say, bowl and shoe ugly. Again, especially when they're from their quarterback play, they have 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions collectively between Purdy and Mac Jones. So McCaffrey had his best game of the season by far last game. He's also their leading rusher as well as receiver. He's already got almost 1,000 yards, all-purpose yards on the season. I am going the San Francisco week for ugliest game, which I mean, that's pretty much what worst game is. But ugly game, I think I would pick this game because we're both going Niners, but I don't think either of us are excited to watch this Niners team versus this Texans team. Maybe 2 years ago, this is best matchup of the week, but now, yuck. Let's keep going mid. I believe we already did Casino's team. So let's do my team because the mid game of the week that we are talking about next is the 2-5 Giants at the 5-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Now, obviously, this is mid and not ugly because of what happened 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football, where the Giants just absolutely came into the oops. Oh, Casino's back. Where the Giants just absolutely dominated and annihilated the Eagles in New York. This time it's in Philadelphia. For this one, Casino, who you got? Eagles, Giants, the rematch.
The rematch is I think the Eagles have a good enough coaching staff that they will figure out the flaws from last time and they'll get it fixed. You have Jalen Hurts coming off of the best passer rating, right? A complete perfect passer rating last game. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, and you'll win this week because I am picking
Going
reverse
reverse
jinx.
jinx.
Yeah, because the one time I didn't do reverse jinx was on this first game, and they not only beat them, they annihilated them. So again, the Eagles this season, when they have played the revenge game, they beat the Bucks when the Bucks were the hottest team in the league, undefeated, and everybody was picking the Bucks as the best team in the NFC. Then you watch that game outside of 2 Hail Marys, like that game wasn't close. The Eagles annihilated that Bucks team when you're watching the game, not the on the box score. When it comes to this game, Brandon Graham is coming out of retirement to join this Eagles team. I don't think he would be doing that unless he thought this team could make a run, could get back to the playoffs, could be, 5-2 after this game with how much turmoil and attention this Eagles team has got. They could be going into bye week at the midseason as the 6-2, like NFC leading what is it best team in the NFC. Again, where you think of what this Eagles team has been this season, for them to potentially be 6-2 going into the bye, I think that's a testament to these players, to the coaching staff, all that. That being said, they're wearing their Kelly Green uniforms. It's in
Your
Philadelphia.
favorite ones.
I think they're the best uniforms in the league outside of the powder blue Chargers uniforms. Honorable mention to the all white Bengals uniform, which I
That's
really like.
my favorite with
That
the
one is,
black helmet. Oh,
oh, it looks so
oh,
good.
the white helmet with the black
Stripes.
stripes through it. Oh, it looks
Yeah.
so good.
I think those three are in contention for best, like, especially best alternate uniforms in the league are these three right here.
I mean, there's a few good ones this year with the Nike ones. I
Yeah,
mean,
like
Buffalo
the
was
rivalry ones. The
yeah,
Buffalo
Buffalo
one
was
did
pretty
look good.
good. I do like the Dolphins one. It's like that deep. Well, I'm a fisherman, right? So that deep sea blue was pretty good.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen,
Broncos,
like,
I
I
feel
I
like,
I look right into, like, the ocean, and, I vivid memories of just being on a boat fishing, seeing the ocean, just, like, looking down, I'm like, "That's the color. They nailed the color." Sorry.
No, no, that's good. Also, I wouldn't put it in the best, but I definitely put it in contention for second best. I've always liked the creamsicle Bucks uniforms. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
people
Oh,
hate
no,
them.
no, it's
I
I
love them.
think they're good. I think they're good.
I love them. But as far as this game goes, if you needed motivation to beat a team like the Giants, who are, the inverse of your record, what happened on Thursday night 2 weeks ago is all you need. Because again, the Giants defense is the story. They're 29th in the league in total defense. They are 26 against the pass and 25th against the run.
Have
So
you
you
have you given
can.
up on Saquon having just a game?
Yeah, I think again, you look at the stats for this season, Saquon Barkley has 369 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Nice.
I'm shocked, exactly. I'm shocked that he is over 300 yards. I don't know how he has that many yards this season because
Well,
when
a
you
lot
watch
has
the
to do with
games,
just the injury to your O-line, right?
well, yeah, the O-line is banged up. Again, I don't think the offensive coordinator is off the hook because, again, we talked about it on Monday. All the Eagles' best plays were from audibles at the line from Jalen Hurts. So you can say they figured out the offense. They
You guys
haven't.
got your
It's
own Josh
clear they haven't.
McDaniels.
Yeah, exactly. So this team is winning despite that. Devontae Smith is having one of the best seasons any Eagles wide receivers had in a long time
I know
because
he's on my fantasy, but guess what? Don't fucking matter. Still losing.
so I am saying
I hate fantasy football. I'm
casinos
not doing
going
it
the
next year.
Eagles. I am going the Giants, but just for the reverse jinx. The Eagles should win this game by minimum 10 points. Minimum. But I can see this being a close game. Giants have been playing good since Dart came in. Scattaboo is legit. But again, this all comes down to there's few games a season where it comes down to pride. This is a pride game. This is a revenge pride game. You want to get your pride back. You want to get
So
your souls back after they were snatched on Thursday night 2 weeks ago.
so it was funny. I was listening to some reporter on a TV talk show, right? Not a sport podcast because we're the only one. Um, but she was talking about when Scatabo and or Scatabo, however you want to say his name, and Dart met each other after the draft. They just headbutted each other.
Yeah,
They
that's how you
that
and I met. You
no,
just
I know how we met.
really?
I tell it all the time. I've told
I
you this
don't
story
remember
all the
this.
time. You were a part of so you were part of the friend we were all part of the same friend group, right?
Yes.
And they had at the lunchroom, they had like the lunch cart outside of like the main
Oh, and I
window.
bought you pizza. I do
And
remember this.
I was like, "Hey, you're in my friend group." And that's how I said it. I was like, "Hey, you're in my friend group. Can you buy me $1 rubber pizza? Because that's what they tasted like." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." So I gave you $1, you bought me a pizza, and then we became friends.
And when you handed me that dollar, I was like, you know what? You and I should start a sports podcast. And you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, but let's wait 12 years till it
And 12
The
years.
market is flooded.
Let's wait 20
Yeah.
it was like, let's wait 20 years and then have kids and then start a sports podcast.
Yeah, with the shittiest internet either of us have ever had, and it'll go great. Then here we are. But now Casino, I think that was the last mid game because, or no, well, just because Jaden Daniels is out, let's do the Monday night game.
Yeah,
3-4
that's a good
Commanders
call.
at 4-3 Kansas City Chiefs. This is mid based on these teams. It would be a good game if Jaden Daniels was playing, but
I
he is not.
agree. And with that being said, Chiefs, they're gonna win again, and everybody's gonna lose their fucking mind. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback to ever play the game. He's the best quarterback in the game right now. Just all those things. It's just every little bit. It's just Mahomes. I hate it. I don't even want to
It's
talk about more about it. I really
It's
don't.
well, it's so funny how Patrick Mahomes needs all of his weapons to be a great quarterback. I thought he could do it with anybody, except for the years where he hasn't put up good stats with when he didn't have anybody. So that's so weird how that works for quarterbacks where they
What
actually
I
need
find
weapons to put
no,
up
what I
numbers.
find weird is that UTEP, which we still haven't talked about, but I think everybody knows. We don't even
Yeah.
need to say it.
No, it's
They cheat.
also it's obvious. We have videos of it from 2 years ago, us talking about it. It's
Yeah.
the most obvious
Yeah.
thing on the planet.
And and the whole point on that is it's not that they don't get calls, they do get penalized. It's the key moment stuff, the third downs, the
Yeah.
things where they don't
It's
convert.
drive extenders.
Yes.
Drive extending penalties. They're like number one by a wide margin. Also, Patrick Mahomes, the number of interceptions he gets wiped by penalties are like
Oh, remember? Yeah, I'm gonna
astronomical.
have to try to find that
Like,
back. Remember that one that I sent you? It was
oh
like
yeah,
in a
yeah.
20-year career, Mahomes had that in like three against
Yeah.
Brady's 20-year career.
That's insane. Again, the numbers are so skewed, and then a study came out where it's just like, oh yeah, everybody noticing this. It's true because it's like a fact. They get the most beneficial calls of any team, like basically ever.
In
Like the
high-end situations. That's
yeah,
that's the issue. That's the difference right there. But yeah, the
which
the one
again,
that was crazy for
everybody,
me was, and I'll find it again and we can post it up another time, was just the interception callback ratio.
yeah, the number
Like,
was
yeah,
astounding.
Brady had it in like 20 years was X amount, and Mahomes hit that in like year 3, year 4. It's
Yeah,
just so
it's
dumb.
crazy. That's insane. And again, has nothing to do with Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. Nothing to do whatsoever. Let's stop looking at conspiracy theories when they're right in our face. But let's
It's
talk
the
about the
best time.
actual game. Yeah. Let's talk about the actual game,
Do we have to?
Casino.
I'm done. I don't need
Yeah,
to.
Jaden Daniels is out. Chiefs are have all their weapons now. Again, Pacheco actually did have a good game. So now Mahomes is no longer the leading rusher for the Chiefs. So that's good. But yeah, this is going to be Chiefs all day with a bullet. No nothing else to say. It's
Bullet
going to
with
be
the name
Chiefs.
on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good song.
Now let's go to the good games casino with shockingly
Quite a
the
bit.
a good game this week. It would be better if Bryce Young was in, but he is out. It is 4-2 Bills at 4-3 Panthers. Again, if Bryce Young was in this, I might be picking Panthers in an upset, but it won't be Bryce Young. It'll be who? Who comes? It'll be Andy Dalton. So the Red
He's
Rocket
back.
himself playing against the Bills. It's in Carolina, or it's in
I still
Charlotte,
love
North
calling him
Carolina.
the Red Rocket. It's so great.
Who you got in this one, Casino?
Going the Bills. The Bills need to correct. I really hope they don't. That would be great for my team because I would love a 2-game lead over the Bills. That would be 2.5. That would be awesome. Gosh, the fact that my team is they're going
Just
to
in it?
win the dude. They're going to win
Yeah.
the division, and I'm trying not to hype myself up over it. I'm not trying to like. I They're going to win the division.
Yeah. No, I
Like
agree with you.
it.
They're gonna do
I'm
it.
trying not to let it like hit me, but they have such an easy schedule. Drake May is playing phenomenal. I it's they would have to do something special. They would have to hire back Gerard Mayo for them not to be number one in the division by the end of the season.
I mean, what is it? It's it don't count your chickens before they hatch, Casino, because Also, what's gonna be really bad in the AFC is if all of a sudden the Bills lose this game and then the Ravens still look like shit when Lamar Jackson gets back, and then it's just our only hope for
Did
not seeing
my
the
no
Chiefs in another Super Bowl are the
the
Patriots and
Colts are going the Colts.
you okay, so right now, I give you Kansas City or Colts, Steelers, Broncos, Patriots to make the Super Bowl. Who you picking? Field or
Uh,
the Chiefs?
I'm picking the field.
Ooh, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
I'm picking the field on this one. Picking the field.
Well, if the playoffs started right now, Chiefs would not be in the playoffs. So
I
let's
know.
just hope it stays that way. Let's just hope, but God, I don't think it will. But yeah, I think
No,
I'm
because
picking the
Jackson's done.
Bills.
Jacksonville's done.
Yeah, I think so too. Even though they beat the Chiefs. So
Yeah,
who
that's
knows?
the only reason they're ahead of them right now.
In total defense, the Chiefs are now top 5. Panthers, however, top 7. Bills all the way down at 15, but again, that's all you need, especially against Andy Dalton. I'm picking the Bills, but I do think I'll be watching this game a lot more than I originally thought I would because I think this is going to be a good one. I think both these defenses are good. Obviously, Panthers defense significantly improved from what they were last year. And Bills, they need to do something to get their offense on track because outside of James Cook, Josh Allen has 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but they just don't have the same pizzazz as they feel like
The
they've had for the past
pizzas.
couple seasons, especially
They
where
don't have
their
that
wide
fresh
receiver,
pepperoni.
especially with their leading wide receiver or their leading receiver right now is
Sorry,
Kincaid.
I threw you off.
I know you did pepperoni, but
The
yeah, I'm
pizzazz.
picking the Bills. You picking the Bills?
Picking the Bills.
Last two on the docket here, Casino. 3-1 Dallas Cowboys at 5-2 Denver Broncos.
This is where we're different, according to
Yeah,
our Tiki Talks.
I'm
I'm
picking I'm
going
picking the
I'm going
Cowboys.
with I'm going with the Denver Broncos. They're playing in Mile High. That's always a factor. Like you've got for somebody, I don't look like it, I know, but I used to run a lot competitively and running down here in Vegas and then going up north to Reno and running was the worst. We did altitude training here up at Mount Charleston, our mountain, right? And I put that in quotation mark. Hey, it's got a ski resort. So we did training up there so we could get used to the high altitude breathing, which Dallas, that's Dallas. They don't really have that. I mean, just open a window while you're on the plane, I guess. I don't know. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I am going to pick the Broncos. I like what Bo Nix has been doing. Yeah, that fourth quarter, but the confidence for him to get that fourth quarter comeback is just great. As well as just the defense. They're starting to, I mean, they're a good defense. They can hot and cold, whatnot. I know this Cowboys team is going to put up points. They will put up points. CD Lamb is going to put up points. Pickens is going to put up points. But I just think the Broncos defense is going to be enough to hold them to be able to get Bo Nix the victory.
Yeah, Dak Prescott playing the
Yeah,
best he's ever played.
Broncos are
16
only 2.5.
touchdowns.
Only
16
2.5.
touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I think home field advantage matters, and I do think it matters in
It
games like this.
it matters in Denver.
Yeah. But again, the Cowboys, their last 3 games, again, they destroyed the Jets, or no, their last 4 games. They destroyed the Jets, they lost to the Bears, they tied with the Packers, they lost to the Panthers, and then they destroyed the Commanders. So 2 of those are blowouts, and then they lost to the Panthers, uh Panthers, Bears, and then tied with the Packers. So that's such a weird. Again, I don't know what to make of this Dallas team. It is also crazy. When's
Number
the
one
last time
offense,
we?
number one offense, worst defense. Like,
Yeah, when's the last time we saw that?
I don't
I
know. It's
That's
just rough.
insane. The Cowboys number 1 in total offense, dead last in total defense. And again, by total defense, they're last in total defense by like 20 yards.
And that's so
So
fun. I mean, they're 3-3.
yeah. I mean, that's true. They're 3-3 with a tie. So, and again, the tie is against the team that since week 1, nobody's really been high on in the Packers. So, just weird. Weird team. But I am going the Cowboys. I just
That's
think
fine.
I don't think Denver has the
It's
firepower to
fine.
keep up.
I'm gonna text all your Eagles friends. I'm gonna text Sam right now.
I mean, I don't want them to win, but, I think
I
they're
don't have
gonna.
her number.
Let's go. Last game of the week, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a good one. 4-1-1 Packers, 4-2 Steelers. Who you got in this one,
I'm
Casino?
going revenge game. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers putting it to the Green Bay Packers. He's been more elusive than I thought he would be this year, and not just staying in the pocket.
Yeah.
Good for him at that age. Good for him. I know he did just lose, the geriatric bowl, but is what it is.
Well,
I
did you also see that play in that game where his lineman jumped on his back and like tackled him to the ground? That
Yeah,
is that is insane.
that's
Insane for
inexcusable.
any offensive lineman to do that to any quarterback, especially your 40-plus-year-old quarterback. That's crazy. That's crazy that happened. How, if you're an offensive
He
lineman,
got a talking to, right?
dude, imagine if Rodgers would have got hurt from that. Like, just imagine. Like, it's
Oh, that guy's career is over.
dude, it was a 300 plus pound guy jumping on your back when he's running. Like, are you insane? Are you insane? That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. From a teammate to do to another teammate,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That was crazy. But Rodgers on the season, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Like, he's having a damn good year. He's
Yeah, he is.
having, and I'm picking him. I think again, it's against his former team. They got a mini bye because they're coming off the
I don't
Thursday
know if you
night
heard
game.
that. My son just woke up. Just dad.
uh Tell him
Perfect.
we're almost out of here. We're almost out of here.
He's not crying. I didn't even know he was awake, and all of a sudden he just clears day, dad.
See, your son when he wakes up does a nice dad dap. Mine just goes, "Dad," like with just fear in his voice. It's just he just hates being alone. He just hates being alone. So the second someone's not sleeping next to him, he just screams out in a panic for who's ever he fell
Yeah,
asleep next
I
to.
did have to go into my daughter's room last night. It was like because I told you I was playing that game on my phone for till like 2 a.m. and it was like 1:30, and I just hear her go, "Ah," just like get all excited. So I had to go in there. I'm like, "You okay?" She was like, "My dream." She couldn't even tell me what the dream was about. She was just like, "My dream. I didn't like it," and I was like, "Okay, okay." I just patted her, like, just
Also,
kinda like yes, I petted her head and, just made her comfort and just, "Okay," and she fell right back asleep. I don't even know if she recalls waking up.
also Casino, the only two, so that's all the games this week. We have the same blowout and worst game, which we both think is going to be Titans Colts. We have the same upset, which we think is going to be Bears over the Ravens. We do not, however, have our best games. So I'm hedging my bet and saying Cowboys Broncos will be the best game. Which one are you picking?
Damn you. That's a good game. That's a good game. I'm gonna go then I'll just go Packers Steelers.
You'll go Packers Steelers as best
Yeah.
game. We're both picking the Steelers on that one. So the games we have different are Eagles Giants, obviously for the reverse jinx. I think the Cowboys beat the Broncos. You think Broncos beat the Cowboys. Our best game, you're
So
going
we got 3
Steelers,
different here.
Packers, and then I'm going Cowboys Broncos. So I have a lot riding on that Broncos Cowboys game. We are tied going into week 9. And
I
there
don't
you
like
have
it.
it. That is
And we'll get to NBA one day.
the good, the mid, and the ugly. Also, yeah, I didn't even think to do NBA today. I watched both games. The first game was phenomenal, double OT.
Yeah.
Second game,
That was a good way to start the season, dude.
yeah, first game of the season. That's a good thing of signs to come. Also, a good thing of signs to come where the Luca puts up 40 plus, and the Lakers still kind of get blown out. So that's nice. No LeBron James because he's obviously out with an injury. That's totally legitimate and not at all a thing he does every season. But yeah,
Why doesn't he
NBA's
retire?
back.
He gotta play
NBA's
with his
back.
son.
Yeah. NBA's back, and it being back on NBC was I love their presentation. Even the score bug at the bottom, I think it looked great. It looked I'm really excited to have the NBA on NBC because I think that
Yeah.
presentation was
Dude,
phenomenal.
also I love watching my soccer on NBC. They do such a great job.
Yeah. It's
NBC
they
is
really
good.
know how to they
NBC is
really
good
know how to
shit.
show sports. I'm
Yes.
excited every time they have the Super Bowl. I love it.
Oh yeah.
But that has been the Only Sports Podcast this week. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. Anything else to add before we get out of here, Casino?
I'm gonna go lay on an ice pack.
This has been the Only Sports Podcast. I'm Will. That's Casino. I'll see you Friday for power rankings and the newest Super Bowl bubble, which also the Super Bowl bubble, there could legitimately be 20 teams or 3.
Yeah.
It's
How about we just put
insane.
it at 1? It's just one team. It's the
One
Colts.
team in
Done.
the Colts. Colts Eagles Super Bowl. Let's get at it.
No, Colts versus Colts Super Bowl.
Colts versus Colts. I mean, who wouldn't watch? I'm Will. That's Casino. Adios.